What's up, guys? So week 3 recap of my M2O training. I think I had a really good week, did a lot of foiling. The wind was really good, so I really put a lot of the focus and all my energy into actually foiling. And I think it went really well. I feel like I learned a lot in that process, whether it's, learning what things I need to work on as far as endurance and cardio and all those things. So I feel like there's been a little shift in my focus as far as what that's going to take. Also, figuring out equipment and gear, getting everything dialed to where, when I am foiling and the wind is on, I'm getting the most out of my runs, and I'm able to stay up on foil and work on my pop-up technique and my paddling. So I feel like a lot of those things were worked out this week. Unfortunately, I lost the GoPro on my last run I just did this morning, and it had all the footage on there, so that sucks. But I do have all the runs logged on my Dawn Patrol app, so I'll launch those right on the screen right here, just so you can see the number of runs and kind of the progression through the week. The first run I did in the beginning of the week, I kind of had a shocker. I was still figuring out the placement of the mast and what wing I was riding, and also recovering from the epic Honolulu session I just had. I surfed for about 8 hours on Sunday. Woke up the next. Dude, that was a bird just flew straight into my window back there. This would be the appropriate time to use the phrase down bird. I felt like I was really tired after surfing Honolulu all day, and I probably should have rested, but the wind was up. So I gotta push through and try and get the run in when I can. So I did a HK foil run that afternoon. The tide, the wind was good, everything was good. And I went out there, and I think I was on too small of a wing. I was riding the Fireball 1000, and then also my mast placement wasn't really dialed in. I actually ended up having to flip the board over and move the wing up a little bit to get a little bit more lift out of it. I had a really hard time popping up, and then I kept going down. So I learned a lot in that shocker of a foil session, but it's all good. I was still learning. So I took a couple days off. I ran Coco Head, and the time was great. I did about 15:30 up Coco Head, which is still where I want to be. At least I'm not going backwards. So I think for all the things that I was doing through the week, that was a good run for Coco Head. And then also was able to crank out about 4 more foil runs at the end of the week that went really well. I was popping up on foil really well. I was, foiling good. I got a really good gauge of, if I really am trying to book it. I think the first one I did that went really well, I got to the end in like 32 minutes, but the pop-up was really solid, so I saved energy there. And then also I put a lot of energy in just trying to keep my speed high and just constantly pumping, not so much cruising and surfing the bumps, which is what I normally do. I kind of wanted to see what it would feel like for my body to really push the limit and see how fast I could get to the other side, just to get a good gauge of where I feel like my cardio and endurance needs to be. And I kind of killed it. I got there in like 33 minutes, which is pretty fast for me. And I was actually riding a bigger wing. It was the 999. But it's that balance, right? I'm trying to find a balance with, being able to pop up on foil easily, but also being able to have a small enough foil to go fast. So the 999 is kind of my good everyday driver right now. I got some really good advice from my coach, Brian Talarico. So he was kind of giving me some insight and helping me out with that, and also with the mast placement. So I was able to dial that in. And then after that, I was able to just crank out runs. I did 2 runs in a row on Saturday, so I was probably roughly around 16 miles. And then I took a rest day. I had some stuff to do with the family and other things to do on Saturday, so I didn't go that day. And then Sunday, I went again and also had a really good run where I was popping up on foil and getting to the end. So I think the more I can do that, I think that should be the main focus. So I'm actually working on the foiling, working on dialing in the gear. And so when the wind is up, that's going to be what my focus is. And then when the wind's down, then we get back to the other endurance cardio training, whether it's running a long distance run or running up Coco Head trail. So little bit of shift in the focus there, but I feel like it was all in all a good week. But the wind is gonna die. I think today or tomorrow is the last day of good wind for the runs, for the downwind four runs. So I'm gonna have to shift the focus back to flat water practice and really focusing on improving my paddle pop-up technique. And then also I'll do some runs at Coco Head. But yeah, stay tuned for this week. We'll get some runs in, trail runs up Coco Head, and do some flat water practice. But pretty bummed I lost all the footage from the GoPro because there's some epic four runs, but more to come with that, so stay tuned. Good morning, good morning. Went to Best Buy and got a brand new GoPro yesterday. About to send a run. Looks like it's gonna be the last run or last downwind run I'm gonna be able to do for the week. So we'll see if it's firing. I'm gonna try to get 2 in. Tide's looking really good to get multiple runs in. So I'm gonna try and make the most of this last bit of wind before it goes flat for a week. So about to meet the boys at Tongs and jump in the cars and head up there. The slow guys will get a head start.
Anyone with kids can go first. Yeah, because you'd had to train on way less sleep than every other young bastard.
Guys are just like sleeping 9 hours fully rested.
Yeah, their mummy's still making them dinner.
Oh, it looks mental. It looks so good. Hopefully this is a good run. I'm praying to all the gods right now that I pop up fast. So please, please, just have a good pop up today. Up and going. Took me a little while. That was 13 minutes. That's not very good, but oh well. Yesterday I took a pretty inside line, so I'm gonna try to work my way out today. Bumps are firing today. Yesterday the bumps were so light, but I also took kind of an inside line, so maybe that was it. But yeah, that's why we got to keep on the foil train when there's wind, because I got to be able to navigate, read the bumps good, practice the pop up in the bumps, all of it. So today's pop up was a little rough, but all in all, not that bad. Not a full-blown shocker, you know. So just took a little bit of time, probably a little more time than I would like, but we're working on it. But the bumps are firing right now. This really, when I'm doing these runs, I have a lot of time to think and process everything, but ultimately I feel like it's going pretty well and the training's working. Each foil session, each Coco Head trail run session, all those things are just all improving, and that's all I got to focus on. You know, everyone's gonna have their own 2 cents about what you're doing, how you're training, what works for them. Ultimately, you got to find what works for you. It's awesome to have support from everyone and have the help and everything, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. You gotta want to figure out what works best for you. Trust yourself, trust your instincts to know that, hey, I know enough about what I'm doing. I know enough about my body and what I need. So I'm gonna focus on that. And that's where you build true confidence and true skill, when you're able to trust yourself and trust your instincts and really focus on what you want to do. You know, everyone's gonna have their own way of doing things. You're only gonna be the best version of yourself if you do it your way. So that's today's mindset. That's what we're practicing. And stick to it, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan that you made. Adjust when you need to adjust. And ultimately, enjoy it. Enjoy this process. You're growing, you're getting better at something. You're doing something positive for yourself, for your physical and mental health. So ultimately, that's just the goal. That's what we're trying to do. And we use things like competition and races to kind of push the envelope on that. To test ourselves and commit to something. So let's stay on it. Right there. 47 minutes total. You minus the first 10 minutes off. It's a pretty good time. Just gotta work on the pop-up, baby. It was firing, so we're going round 2. Round number 2. That pop-up took me 18 minutes. That was a pure struggle fest, but whatever. I'm just getting reps in. Don't worry about it too much. Eventually I'm popping up. The more reps I get, the more I stick with it, the better I'll get at it, and the quicker it'll start happening. But whatever. Main thing is, I'm out here, I'm popping up eventually, I'm getting on foil, and we're getting the miles in, so this is good. This is what we want. Bumps are really good today. Pretty stoked on that. It's epic. Woo-hoo. Oh, it's stacking so good. Wow, the bumps are so good right now. It is insane. I don't even have to pump. I'm just like turning and peeling in and out of these things. Oh. So stoked I did the second run. I didn't do a second run yesterday because the first one was like so, I felt like it was so much work, but then I heard it was way better and I probably should have did it, so couldn't miss out today. And today's probably the last day of wind, so psyched. I'll work hard to pop up for freaking 1 hour to be able to do this right here. This is it. That's what it's all about. Oh, there's flying fish everywhere. Just embracing the elements. See this thing. Woo-hoo! What? Coco's. I'm pretty much at Lighthouse already, but just wanna again concentrate on getting all the way. Wow, that's so eggy. trying to cut in too much. Alright, got up super quick. That's ideal. Probably lost like a minute or two. So let's get to the end. Woo. Total 49 minutes, so that's very good for almost a 20-minute pop-up. I think that was pretty fast I got done. Sick. Woo! Super stoked. Week 4, baby. M2O training, let's go. Alright, went on shore for a meeting. Decided to show up a little early. So, I'm getting a run in right now on the beach. That's what we're doing today. Good morning, guys. It is 6:35 on Saturday morning. Week 4, M2O training. I feel like we had a good last couple weeks. Haven't done as much Coco Head in the last couple weeks, but I think it's a good thing. Been having a lot of wind and I've been able to foil a lot more. Still trying to get the runs in. I only did 2 Coco Head runs last week and then foiling a bunch. And then this week started out Monday, Tuesday foiling. Then Wednesday I had to go up North Shore, so I did a beach run. And then Thursday was just a busy day, so I just did Pilates and I didn't run or do any flat water. And then yesterday the waves were fine, so I surfed, but probably should have ran. But also gotta do my other job. But that's all we have the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, can get 2 Coco Head runs in. Should be good. I'm gonna try to get some flat water practice in the afternoon and should be pretty covered. But been listening to a lot of podcasts and a lot of YouTube videos about guys training for the M2O. Definitely need to be in shape and try and be in the best physical shape as I can, but also not forgetting need to develop the skill of the actual foiling. So when the wind is good, conditions are right, then definitely want to be foiling as much as possible. So I think we played that right for the week, for week 3 and 4. Really need to focus on the pop-up training. I should be flat watering every day. This week was just a little hard, but I'm really looking at week 5 to 10, just like every day flat water, paddling, popping up. If there's not bumps, I just have to touch the paddle and touch the board as much as possible, because it's so new to me that every day I don't touch it, I kind of lose that skill, I lose that feeling that kind of connects me to my board. I noticed it was getting way more comfortable and way better, you know, towards the end of our run of good wind. So I definitely have to pay attention to that and always do it, because that flat water practice and working on the paddle technique and the pop-up is going to be huge for me. Just because that's the hardest part. But for today, we're going to focus on running Coco Head. I need to try and get a sub 15 minimum. So let's do it. God damn it. Alright, just getting to the bottom of the hill. That was super hard. I feel like since I haven't done it in a little while, probably a week since I've done it, that felt a lot harder. It's alright. Still did it under 16, which is not improving, but not going backwards. So just focus on staying consistent, keep doing it as much as I can. The growth will come, get more comfortable, keep pushing. I feel like the nasal breathing helped a little bit. I had a little more juice at the end. I just kind of bitched out and just freaking didn't want to fight to the end and just die, which is what you feel like anyway, but you can push it to increase the time and just feel
that feeling a lot more intense, but I didn't do it today. Hopefully tomorrow. But feeling good. I'm improving slightly on everything, I feel like, which is great. And we're just gonna keep moving, showing up, and stay consistent with the training plan. Another thing I've been thinking, if I gotta change and adapt and adjust, to just trust the instinct and not beat myself up over, oh fuck, I only did 1 or 2 runs up Coco Head, or I need to do more cardio, blah blah blah. If I just feel like getting as much in as I can through the week and making foiling the priority, then that's all you can do. And right now the hardest thing is to just show up every time. So once I'm here, then I can just have fun with it. But yeah, there's a lot of, and got some photo shoot stuff. I got MOLOKAI here this week, so I've been doing a lot of stuff with them. I got a shoot later on with them today. And then yeah, tomorrow get another run in. I've also been thinking maybe I should be increasing the time and the distance that I'm doing these. Coco Head almost feels like a sprint when you're thinking about the distance of the M2O and how long you'll be on your feet and how long you'll be in the yaks for. So maybe a longer distance run at a lower heart rate might be good to add through the week. So maybe taking out one Coco Head run and switching that out with a more long distance run, whether it's like a 5 to 8 mile run, and then hopefully later increasing it to a 10-mile run. So tomorrow I might actually do that, since I got 2 runs in this week already. Can make the 3rd one a little longer, just depending on how much time I have tomorrow. So we'll see, but I feel like today was good work. Showed up, did it early in the morning on a Saturday, so just gotta stay with it. Stay tuned.
All right, little change of plan today. The boys are hitting the foil group chat saying they're gonna send an ADs run, and I need to start sending ADs runs. I did the run this morning and I kind of felt like when I was driving back, the bumps looked a little better. So I'm gonna send it. I have a 2-hour window. So hopefully this goes well. Because if not, the last time I attempted this, it took me like 4 hours, maybe 3 and some change. 3 hours and some change to get to the end. But that was a full-blown shocker. But I'm gonna try and pull this off today. Kind of spur of the moment, but I kind of had to make it a priority, and it wasn't easy. It is a Saturday, and I actually cut out of some family stuff that was hard to do, but I just had to do it because I need to get the work in, and to accomplish the goal, sometimes you got to make sacrifices. So I'm making a sacrifice that will hopefully pay off, and I really hope this is a good run so that the sacrifice feels like it was worth it. But whatever, we're sending it. I'm waiting for the boys to drive up to ADs. I'm just parked right here looking at the bumps. As you can see, there's some little action out there, but strategy is I'm putting on a way bigger wing, and I'm just gonna try and stomp the run out, just like go through the whole thing and see how it feels like. So yeah, I'm gonna jump on the 1030 Spitfire and hopefully pop up easy and just kind of be on cruise control the whole time. I won't be going super fast or anything, but I'll hopefully be on my feet for the entirety of the run, which is kind of more so the goal than anything. And then just get the miles in and also get the stamina in my legs to be up for probably 45 minutes to an hour on your feet. So this will be one of the longer runs I've ever done, but I'm hoping that it goes well and I pull it off. So we'll see how it goes. I got an MOLOKAI shoot at 1. The boys are supposed to show up here at 11:30, and we're supposed to get this going. So I really hope that this goes well for me, because I'm risking a lot here. I might get a head start on the boys. I might pal out at 11 and just send it by myself, and then they'll catch up to me out there. But whatever, I'm gonna go park and get my stuff ready. Let's go.
All right, walking down now. All the boys just showed up. There's probably like 15 of us, but everyone's practicing for the races. There's a race, there's actually an ADs race in May, first week of May. So that's why I'm kind of like, I should probably start doing this since I'm in it. I need to be able to know how this is and hopefully get better at it to be like confident in the start and getting past the hardest part, which is by Hanauma Bay. So that's why today I threw on the big wing and I'm gonna try and just stomp it out. I kind of don't have all day, so it's kind of good to practice like getting it done within that time window, because when you're in a race you don't want to be taking all day, you know what I mean? But I'm kind of get out there, get my mind right, and then hopefully we get started in a little bit. Chee! Up and riding. We're going for it. ADs, baby. Part feels impossible. It's not even bumped, it's just water's moving everywhere. I don't even know how I'm gonna get back up. So, whatever, let's see. Got back up outside Hanauma. So I'm back up on foil. I gotta get out of here, dude. Freaking mahi right there. Oh. Another mahi. Woo-hoo. Oh, that was nuts. First time I've seen mahi. Guess with the big wing, going a little slower, seeing a little bit more action. All right, I'm finally past the gnarly part, and we're pretty much by spinning caves right now. So I made the part that I've never made before, which was past Hanauma. So I'm pretty stoked right now. It was on the bigger wing, but for me to just conquer that is huge. It's a big win for me today, and it's only been 35 minutes. So if I crank this out right here, should be another 30, And that's an hour on foil today. That's pretty epic. The big wing is allowing me to kind of be used to staying up on foil. Just read the bumps, be smart. Go a little slower. It's all good. Oh, thank God. That was like my first break from consistently pumping in like 20 minutes. It's light out here, guys. It's light. We're definitely getting the cardio in today. Coco Head run in the morning, straight into this 4x4 pump fest. This is 4x4 conditions right here. Need the big tires, super swampas. I'm in the mud right now. Gotta stay up. Keep the wheels turning. Outside Keiko's right now. Almost there, baby. Been up on foil for an hour and 6 minutes. I'm right outside Graveyards in Sui's. Hour 13 minutes on foil. Not bad for today. Stoked. Woo! That was freaking crazy. I can't believe I absolutely made it to the end and not getting stuck in the middle of the ocean. I'm pretty stoked to just make it.